guys, today I'm going to talk to you about KHROMA beauty products. I know that there have been a few US people on YouTube talk about this already, and there's not many reviews out there for the people in the UK that can get hold of this now. First and foremost, mine was a PR sample, so I can't tell you much about shipping or anything like that, or even conversion, because I can link to where you can purchase it below, but it's all in euros, so obviously you can work that out for yourselves. But I don't want to say it's exactly this and then it'd be slightly different, because obviously exchange rates change all the time. But it's relatively low budget. It's not, you know, it's not kind of elf prices, but it's probably kind of high-end drugstore prices, maybe like Revlon. I think so anyway, from looking at the prices online. So if you kind of put it in that box, and then we'll talk about what it's like and what I think about it, etc. Along par with that kind of price range. So what I received was two of the, I think they're calling these Kardazzles. Yeah, two of the Kardazzle kits, which are basically eyeshadow and cheek products, and then the nude lip gloss or nude lip kit. I'll talk about the Kardazzle first of all. I'm actually wearing everything today because I did a little bit of a first impressions slash tutorial with these products, and if it works out I'll upload that after this one. Because I wanted to see how it actually worked before rather than just kind of swatch things on my hand and say, oh, well, this doesn't look very good, or this looks really good, I wanted to actually use it and see what it looked like. Obviously I can't tell you about staying power or longevity at all, because I've only just put them on my face, but I can tell you what I think of them, kind of first impressions, having actually applied them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Courtney Kardazzle, and the one, not the Courtney, yes, the Courtney, there's so many of them. The one that I actually had my eye on was the Chloe one, because that's all neutrals, and I think if I can purchase it in a store, which fingers crossed will happen soon, I don't know, then I will go and buy the Chloe one. But yeah, this is the one that I have here, and this is Courtney. This is kind of all plummy, warmer shades, and then you have 3 blush highlight colours at the bottom. And then the beauty of these ones are that you've got 4 shimmery shades at the bottom and 4 matte shades at the top, and the matte shades are actually really nice. I tried the matte shades. Again, this is something I only swatched the matte shades on my hand, and I used this one a little bit on my kind of outer corners, but the rest of them I used the shimmery shades because I thought people would be slightly more interested in them, and when I swatched them on my hand they looked really sheer, but then when you actually apply them over a primer to your eyes they're a lot nicer. So they're the ones that I was a bit more worried about. They're the ones that I thought maybe they're not so great. The matte ones are very nice for drugstore kind of budget price. These I'm not 100% sure about. This reminds me a lot of Glow from e.l.f. I have this on, this highlight, I use this kit for my makeup today. This I'm not sure about. It's very, very golden. You're not going to be able to pick that up, I don't think, because of my autofocus. But it's super golden, which is going to look nicer on other skin tones, but not so much on mine. It's just, it's too kind of yellowy for me, and very, very shimmery. These are actually quite nice. This reminds me of Plum Foolery by MAC. It's that kind of pigment, it's very, very pigmented blush, and then this is just a little bit of a dusky pink. It's not got much pigment at all, which is something that I would use a lot more often. But the eyeshadows are actually a really nice quality in this kit. This is the one, like I say, that I have actually used. The other one that I have is probably going to be the more popular one, and it's the Kim one. So obviously people are a lot more interested in Kim Kardashian's makeup, and this is all kind of smoky eyes and blues. Now blues don't really suit me, and I don't go for a lot of dark colours, so I won't use this very often, but it is again a nice selection, and I like the matte shades are in there because I'm more likely to pick out the matte shades than the shimmers, and obviously the matte darker shades, that's actually a really nice one. Again, for a budget product. It's not black, but it's a very, very dark slate grey, and they just, I mean, I think that's really impressive. I know there have been some really hit and miss reviews about this stuff, but I think that's a very impressive payoff for a kind of brand new brand from the drugstore, and just, I suppose I'm thinking of it as, I wasn't expecting much because I've seen so many reviews that are like, these aren't very good. However, I have found that the reviews that I've read on blogs in the UK have been a lot more favourable than the ones that I've seen in the US. I don't know, I can't tell you that that's not swayed by the fact that it's been a PR sample, and I can only tell you that mine isn't, and there are still a lot of cons to come. But anyway, this is the Kim one, and then again you get 2, this is more of a bronzer I suppose. I don't know if the other one was supposed to be a bronzer, but it was more of a blush shade to me. This is a bronzer, and then a very, very hot pink blush, and then again a highlight, which is actually a lot nicer for me. It's still a little bit golden, but it's not, I don't even know if you can see this, but this is the This one is the Courtney one and this one is the Kim one. The Kim one is just a little bit more of a sheen, whereas this has got a real golden tint to it, so that's not entirely for me. So be aware that obviously each highlight in each of the kits is not the same. But again, 4 matte, 4 shimmery, and then 3 face products. My bugbear, I suppose you would call it, my thing that I'm not 100% on these kits is that they aren't the cheapest. They're not kind of elf, but the packaging feels cheap. The packaging feels really like, it's just really plasticky and a little bit tacky, and I suppose I expected more given that the girls are so glamorous and that they wanted to brand themselves in makeup. I thought, I mean, I watched the Kardashians, I saw them creating the line and all that, all the little snippets that you saw, and I was expecting kind of just something a little bit more slick looking. And the products are very, very nice, but you don't feel like you've got your money's worth in this kind of plasticky packaging. I haven't got a problem with it being plastic, it just feels and looks a little bit cheap, which then makes you think that the product's going to be not very good, and that's not the case at all. And then obviously it comes to the outer packaging, which in theory makes it look a little bit nicer, but again is very cheap and plasticky, but maybe that's because it is kind of a cheap brand, I don't know, but that is my main thing. When I got them I thought, oh, they really do look not very expensive, and I suppose if you consider that for us we've got to purchase them from a European site, pay shipping, it's all in euros, then it may end up being a little bit more expensive for us than it is for our US counterparts. So I don't know whether or not that would put people off, but I will talk about the lip products now. I have I don't think this is the nude lip kit, is that what it's called? In the nude, it is like a nude lip kit. So you get a lip liner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss, and the lip liner and the lipstick are in this little pen, which is a really nice idea. Not entirely my colour. This is what I've got on today, but it's a little bit, I'm not big on nude lips, it doesn't suit me 100%, but I thought I've got them, I'll wear them, I'll show you them on me rather than just saying this is what it is. So yeah, the nude lip products are in this little pen. And I like the idea of this. If they did this in different colours, I would definitely purchase more because this is actually very nice. So you have the lip liner and the lipstick smells exactly like MAC. It's got that real sweet vanilla scent. So they've hit it, it's perfect, I think. It's a really, really nice little something to keep in your handbag to touch up your makeup, and it's really, really compact. Like that a lot. And the lip gloss, wherever I've just put that, the lip gloss, the packaging is the nicest packaging of everything. It's all rose gold and it looks really sleek, and this is what I thought the whole line was going to look like. I think if they'd made this kind of a chrome look and they'd made this into this kind of colour, and I think that would have just set it off a little bit nicer. I know that would have obviously added to costs, etc., and then maybe we would have been passed on that cost and then it would have been more expensive, but I think that you would have been happy to pay that extra £1 or whatever to feel like you were getting a nicer product, because it just, I can see if you saw that in a store you might think, it looks a bit rubbish, but the product is very, very nice. And this, the one thing that looked like it was going to be amazing, I really don't like. It's streaky, it smells awful. Bearing in mind that the lip products smell exactly like MAC products smell amazing, this smells awful. It smells like, I don't even know. It just doesn't smell good. I haven't heard anybody else's description of what this smells like, but it doesn't smell good. And I don't know if it was supposed to be like a plumping lip gloss, because I know some of those have a certain scent to them, but it doesn't feel like it is. And I put this on over the nude lipstick and it just smeared it around. I mean, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I did try to fix it, but it didn't work very well. I think I'm going to try it on its own, but again, the scent really puts me off because I can smell it even on my lips. So that was a massive disappointment. I don't know why it smells so bad. I don't know if it was on purpose, if they think it smells good. Urban Decay used to do a line of pocket rockets with their little lip glosses that had little men in them. I hated the smell of those, and there were lots of people that loved it. It was supposed to smell like creme brulee, but it smelled like burnt something. It was awful. And lots of people were like, oh, I love the smell of these. So maybe it's me, and I'm a bit weird, but I do not like that at all. So they are the things that I received. It wouldn't put me off purchasing again. I think that I will buy the Chloe Kardazzle, just because, and Kardazzle, let's just take a minute to vajazzle. That's all I could think of whenever I say it. But anyway, I really like how compact these are. The mirror spans the entire width of the palette. It's very compact. Yeah, I probably would be able to get away with this one over the Kim one, definitely, but the Chloe one probably over them all because it's very neutral. Taking this on holiday with me, and it's just everything that I would need. That would be no individual shadows, no palettes, no blush, no highlight, potentially no bronzer. It's a very, very nice kit, and I can't stress enough how nice the eyeshadows were when I used them. But hopefully if the film worked out, then you'll be able to see that for yourselves. But the lip products really were a bit dire, and the packaging in general looks a bit cheap. So if that puts you off, you may want to stay clear of these. But bear in mind that the product itself is very nice, and I really like the way that it's laid out and how compact it is. So that was my kind of mini first thoughts review. I can't tell you, like I say, how well they last over time. By the end of today, I might think, oh my god, they are really rubbish because they didn't last or whatever. But I'll maybe do a follow-up if it turns completely differently and I start to really dislike the Kardazzle type kits, then I will tell you again, or if I find another way to make the lip products work again, I will tell you. But otherwise, I would go for the eyeshadow kits over the lip products so far. But I know that they are bringing out new things, so I think this is just kind of a test launch. Maybe they're bringing out a couple of things to begin with, see how people like them, and then they'll launch the rest of it. So I'm excited to see more, and I probably will purchase the Chloe one because it's neutrals. But I will see you in my next video. Bye!